here. She had to go to the vet yesterday because she has this weird like red spot on her mouth, and then she had this like cyst underneath her arm, and they'd given us some pills to give to her for it months back, and it kind of was all pussy. So I took her to the vet. Well, me and Jason wrangled her in. We took her to the vet, and I sat in the back to keep her calm because we gave her some anxiety medication, and she was so loopy. She was like very unsteady, and her eyes were so glazed over. And so we took her there, and she was very relaxed for the visit. And her lip, they said to like clean it and put this like ointment on it twice a day. And they said if it doesn't get better within a few weeks to come back, and it potentially could be cancer, which I'm hoping not. And the spot underneath her arm, they just said that if it starts to get in the way, if it grows and it starts to get in the way of her walking, to bring her back over that. And other than that, she's pretty good. And she's back to her usual barky self. She has been attacking that apartment door like crazy, which is why I really want to get moved into a condo or a townhouse or just something that doesn't have so many people and things going on outside or outside the door, because it just drives her crazy. She does not like to hear people, dogs, and things just happening. It makes her really like anxious, and I'm not sure if she's saying hello to them because she doesn't really have any friends, or if it's because she thinks that there's an attacker or an intruder and it's making her upset that there's anybody around the place. She's so relaxed, and look how cute she is. Oh my goodness. You're adorable, Mom. Hi, sweetie. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Yay. Don't let her fool you. She's been attacking that door like she's a ninja dog. I just love her little nose. It's just absolutely adorable. I love dog noses. And their little cheeks right there. They're just so cute. They're all like soft little fur with little... And don't forget that on my channel here, we are all about being yourself, being your quirky, like fun self, and wearing your hair however you like. Mine is a very sassy bun today, like a little messy bun. And accepting yourself and being loving and empathetic to everyone, showing compassion to people, and being understanding of everyone, where they come from, and being non-judgmental. And I just love that. I think online I would love to see that happen more. I actually was watching the Bill Maher who talked about Facebook. So I've been feeling like Facebook has really been very negative, and I have seen all the bickering and the fighting and constantly on comments. And I have noticed like my posts, if I post something that's triggering or controversial, I notice it gets way more engagement as well. And they're noticing that with like ads and campaigns and different things like that, that negativity and divisiveness, that's what drives engagement. And with social media and Facebook, with what pushes things to the top is engagement. And so they are actually promoting people to be very argumentative and to be decisive and to be going back and forth, like fighting and hate speech and all that kind of stuff, which is quite fascinating, like the human psychology behind all of that, that love and empathy and stuff like that, that's not going to get you noticed. It's going to be things that are mean and divisive, and that's going to cause that internal like reaction with people, either a very strong like they agree with it because it's something that's really controversial but the person agrees with this what's being said, or it's the people who completely disagree with it because what's said is so abhorrent, and so they have to just say something. And I definitely one of those people. I have ADHD, so if I see someone who posts something very ignorant and is saying something that I'm just like, are you serious? Like what? Like something that's racist or just something that's against human rights and human decency, I just cannot help but to say something. I mean, it just, and you know, that helps the algorithm. Like, I don't know. I try to change people's minds online, and it's really hard to tell because some people just get pleasure out of antagonizing people, and so they will intentionally be trolls. They may not even agree with what they're saying themselves. They just want to take the argument of the opposite side just so they can incite those arguments, and they can be excited that they're making someone upset and that they're being so ignorant and saying things that just don't even make sense, but it makes the other person upset that this person is being so inhumane and is saying such cruel things. And I think that's such a weird psychology of like, why would that person even do that? I guess they want that attention even if it's like them being a total ignorant like troll or what it is. It's really weird. I don't know, but let me know down below if you've noticed that with social media, like just the negativity, and maybe the algorithm is pushing things that are very divisive and negative to the forefront. And I think there's a whistleblower, well, there is a lady out who's going to talk all about Facebook and stuff like that, and I haven't read the article, and so I don't really know what was said in it, but it's definitely something that I've noticed and felt, and I've been wondering, what's the solution? Like, I liked Facebook back when it actually showed things in chronological order, because if I saw something that I wanted to respond to, I knew where to go and find it if I didn't get to respond to it. Now it's like such random stuff. If you refresh your feed, you lose a bunch of stuff and you can't find things, and I'm like, doesn't make sense to me. And also it'll show me the same thing over and over and over sometimes, and it's like, I know there's new stuff, and I only get things from maybe certain people. I have like 700 friends, but I only see things from like maybe the same 20 people, because that's who it keeps showing to me, and that's who I keep interacting with, and it just keeps feeding into me interacting, they're interacting, and then that's all I'm seeing, and that's all they're seeing. I would like to see everyone's stuff. I'd like for it to go in order. I think that would make more sense. So if they went back to that, I would love that. And also with social media, unless you pay for advertisements, it's really hard to even get noticed. A lot of, especially on Facebook, I noticed if you have a Facebook business account, you are going to be dead in the water. No one is going to see your post. No one is going to see your page unless you're sharing it to other platforms and other things, and you're paying for advertisements. It's pretty much just dead. Like, it's best to not even have a Facebook page. I am all about Instagram for business pages and influencer type pages, because to me, that's just the best. Now, my modeling Facebook page has been getting lots of likes, and through the pandemic, like the last year, it's just grown. It's almost to 10,000 followers, and it's just weird. They don't engage at all. They're like hollow followers. I'm wondering if they're even like bot accounts, scam accounts, like spam accounts. I don't know. It's really weird, and I don't know how they're finding my modeling page, but I'm not really seeing a lot of followers, subscribers, and that increasing on YouTube, which is really weird. Like, YouTube is not promoting my stuff at all. Like, I rarely see my videos get any, it'll show you like how many people were shown it, and mine are like so small, and that's why I don't hardly get any views. I don't get hardly any engagement, and it's because YouTube is not really showing my content to anyone, and I don't really understand why. I've been experimenting, so I stopped tagging my videos to see like if maybe that helped. I don't think it has. Then I read something else. I stopped sharing it on my social media because someone said that YouTube likes to only show things that are coming from their platform. So I've been doing that for a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks maybe, and still again, like, my views have just tanked, because like, I used to get 20 or 30 views from sharing it on my Facebook, so social media, my friends and family, and then they would come watch my stuff. But not doing that, my views were already not even breaking close to 100, and now they're not even getting close to 50 now. So it's just like, oh, it's so frustrating. Like, it's really annoying to work full-time in something and put so much time and effort and thought and energy into it for, it's been 6 months now, and still not really seeing anything give. But I like creating videos, I like chronicling my life, I like having a voice and a platform, and I like speaking my mind and doing what I want. These birds are so cool. They're hopping around this roof. I love them. Okay, back to the video. Yeah, that's how ADHD works. But yeah, so I just really like doing all of that. So I want to continue to make stuff and just create things and just be a creator. But I will have to find something else to do on the side, because I need income. How else do we live in this capitalistic world? You have to pay bills. I mean, unless I want to go like live in a tent somewhere, but I don't like the cold, I don't like the hot, and I definitely like having a bathroom. I cannot even go camping in the woods without having an actual real bathroom. I don't know how people who live outside, I don't know what they do. It's totally terrible. It is just inhumane for us to require humans to live outside in the elements and not even give them water or a bathroom or a way to wash themselves. It's just, oh, it's just disgusting. I can't believe how this world works. I can't even fathom it. How much money is out there in the world, and how horrible so many people live, and how they're treated, and people who are turned away for illnesses and sicknesses. I mean, even here in the US, that so many people are dying every single day just because someone woke up one day and said, you know what, I think healthcare and people being sick and dying needs to be for profit. Really? Really? You really wanted to do that. You said, you know what, someone who can't afford healthcare to live, they should just die. That's absolutely ridiculous. I will never get on and agree with that. I will never agree with that. We will never get along. If you agree with that and you believe in that, we will never see eye to eye. I will always put humans above profit. I will always choose that route. I don't see why other people would not. And you know, of course, here we go again, social media. Is it making people more callous? Is it making people more rude? And is it making them more racist? Is it perpetuating that? Is it causing that? I don't know. Are they just coming out of the woodwork now? Are they just unafraid to show themselves? Is that what's happening? It's very interesting to see kind of this transition. I do wonder where human civilization is headed now, because we're doing so many cool things. I mean, we even sent people out into outer space. Like, they did that with SpaceX. Like, we are doing all this cool stuff. They're trying to colonize another planet, and yet they can't even figure out how to give everyone a decent life, how to give people health care, house, food. They can't figure that out. It's because they don't want to figure it out. They can figure it out. Other countries have done it. They just refuse to, because this is what happens when you put profit above humans, and when you take things that should not be for profit and put them for profit, and then you put a corporation that has no heart and has shareholders in over it, and of course they're going to choose that route over people because they don't see the people. They're in their own little realm. They're in their own world. They're jetting across the world. They're in Paris. They're buying these really high-end expensive things. They're buying themselves yachts and eating the most high-quality foods. These people who make millions, billions of dollars, they're not seeing what we see, and they're not living the same life that we're living. They don't see the struggle, they don't see the pain, and they don't care even if they do see it, which is really upsetting. I don't know how else to say that. I don't know. I wish we did more. We should do a reality TV show. You know what? I'm gonna pitch this to someone. A reality TV show. All the top millionaire, billionaire type people, like the Walton family. Oh gosh, they need to go on there. And who else? Rothschild, they need to go on there. All these people that make so much money and have generational wealth, we should have those people for a reality TV show. They go and live like a normal, like impoverished person. They go live in an area where it's poverty. They do a poverty job. They have to figure out like how to eat, sleep, pay bills, all that kind of stuff. They should live that life for maybe like a month or two. And that'll just give them a little bit of like a slap in the face of like reality and how this world actually works outside of their manufactured fake bubble world. Don't forget to go and like, subscribe, and check out my Patreon, which is all down below, and my Hey Hero account if you want to ask me questions. I will see all of you in the next video.